Good morning. We are Group 1. Our group members are Keith, Tiffany, and Pinky. Our project is about diversity in the workplace. Managers and employers are urged to recognize diversity and are pursuing active programs to improve the environment for diversity in the workplace. However, glass ceiling remain an obstacle to career and personal accomplishment for many women and minority groups. Glass ceiling refers to artificial barriers. Barriers prevent the career advancement for women and minority groups. These barriers related to gender discrimination. That means to keep them from rising to upper levels of the corporate ladder, regardless of their qualification or achievement. This is the glass ceiling model. In business, dominant culture as dominant happiness for white males. White males as the position of a player. Underlying class for the game. This is the reason for white male hold most top position than women and minority groups. And white male post capital and resources that manipulate the chance of success in business, and particularly in corporate management. For the purpose of success in business, women and minority groups must play by the rules established by white males. Therefore, white males are leading in business organization. There was the important survey from the 8 large law firms based in Wall Street, New York City, from 1980 to 1994, to show that the numbers of partners for male, 627, are higher than female, 83 in 1994, and also the numbers of associates for males, 879, are higher than female, 593 in 1994. Further, in 1990 and 2011, the earning difference between men and women in this occupation is not large, but still exists a difference that men are also higher than women. The earning statistics from the U.S. Department of Labor to show that, for example, 1990, the earnings of social workers for men are $840 and women and $746. In 2011, the earnings of social workers for men are $902 and women are $798.
Good morning, Rebecca, and good morning, Keith, Pinky, and thank you, my groupmate Pinky, and I'm Tiffany. Let's start with question 2. What lesson of diversity have been learned? We learned in the classroom that everyone is different. You only have to look around you. Due to the current number of technological possibilities, the world is a global village. This makes our life more diverse. We think this is positive trend. Different teams, working different people from different culture hope to make us even more specific in organization, and people adopt an open mind. And diversity includes multicultural organization focus on age, nationality, gender, minority group, minimum intergroup conflict, pluralism, structural integration, informal network integration, absence of prejudice and discrimination. Diversity integrate work to promote equity and equity through the organization by raising awareness of diversity, mapping the current situation, and promote local integration. And that the work is not struck against inequity and option. Instead, the sole purpose of stimulating women's empowerment is to train every woman's personality and ability. It also provides a safe environment for women in company. And that each of us women, men, and non-dual people can become leaders within our own of influence and take action to to accumulating gender equity, so that we have a International Women's Day in March and we are believe that we can remove all barriers in majority group. We trust women in a managerial and technical roles can work very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiff. Well, thank you, everybody. That's my part now. Well, we're introducing this three-step model. What device and employers doing out there is they imitating this model and do their best. And what we like to do, the first things is affirmative actions, and next is variable differences, and then is managing diversity. Okay, what comes first is the affirmative actions. The company leaders should ensure that all leaderships should carry out the hiring and advance the minority groups and women's programs in organization. For example, we related that to D&I is the diversity and inclusions. Beyond the levels of just making money or profitabilities, but actually the variable different numbers of different employees they hire from different ethnicity, different aspect, and different culture. Okay, the multi-dimensional solutions, the senior employees disability program and women laboring matters, that is also very valuable for the companies that want to run their business in the longer spans of lives. And then the promotion of the executive positions in actually will conjugate is being included as the key decision makers. That what comes in numbers of the nominees in different years, they are BASF and Ford Motors, for example, AIG, L'Oreal. They also been the members of the top 50 diversity in corporations in different years. Okay, secondly, we value differences in the way to build strong relationships. This is like a bond between the respect to different employees from different aspects, ethnicities. Like I say, religious, sexualities, different country, different thoughts of the employees is very important. That actually we provide safer place in both in psychological and physical aspect in the workplace. We should have different training programs, both for women and men, different emphasis, like I said, and religious background and different thinking, different thoughts of different employees. The employer should think morally, should think righteously, and that will produce a positive energy flows to the employees and to the workplace. There's extremely positive result. This has been already proven for different company in the history. And the last we want to go for is how to manage diversity. For example, Johnson & Johnson, they believe that the culturally appropriate efforts to compete for managing different cultures groups together to deepen and broaden perspective around the world in retention program for employees. Okay, thank you so much. This is the end of the PowerPoint, and we would like to recommend that different companies should base on caring, should base on communicable channel, should base on coordination, participation to encourage employees. Also to have to respect the employees from different from different countries and ethnicity, and have to be supported. Thank you so much.